Well, 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 look at this. It looks to be just about all the snow has melted here. I think I can get through that with a chisel. So you know what that means, right? It's time to get the New York car into the garage. So the first thing we have to do is wake up the sleeping beauty. I think you guys are starting to become accustomed to the Ether Queen. Come on, come on. Come on, sleeping beauty. There we go. We're gonna let her warm up here for a bit. So here's what I would like to do. I'd like to get the New York car in here, but before I do that, I think I have to get this one out of here. It's just come to the point now where I'm not selling any more parts off of it, so it's gonna go to scrap. And so I just want to pull all my stuff out from underneath it and get it on the ground, and we're just gonna drag it out with the Walden. And yeah, it's pretty much just scrap to me. But we are gonna hopefully get the New York car into here. And another derby was just announced for May, so we have a lot of demolition derbies in early spring. We have 3 big shows that we're going to before July 1st. So we have to get this car out of here. I want to get a different car in here that I was going to take to a different derby, which I don't think I'm going to have time for. So it's going to come in here. The New York car is going to come in here, and we're going to talk about some demolition derbies that I'm planning to go to this year. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of moving of cars today. Oh, and then the other thing we have to deal with is this mess over here. Like, kind of made a huge mess over here. We need to get this car out. We have to get this out, so I have to plug it in. Because this thing here is the Tesla, and unfortunately the Tesla doesn't run on gasoline. It runs on electricity, and sitting here all winter is not good for it. So let's get her filled up with some batteries, volts, and then start moving stuff. It feels good having all that space. I just pushed the engine over top of the dirt pile because I couldn't find my shovel. But we're going to pick up a couple more things off the ground here. I was going to put a car here today, but I don't think I'm going to have time to put it here today. If I get the Meltdown car in here, I'd be pretty happy about that. BMW came out not too bad, just dragged it out. It did catch the tire machine and all the tires on the way out, but it's outside. I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to do a little bit more cleaning up in here, guys, and then I will get it. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it good. So we just made a bit of space, and I think this is going to come out. I honestly think this is going to come out of here. We're probably going to use the loader to pick that rear axle up and put it up there. That's the replacement for my Tacoma. The seats we're probably going to throw up there just to get them out of the way. I'm tired of tripping over everything, so if I just move a couple things, then I think I'll be okay. But the Tesla's been plugged in for a bit. Let's see if she'll fire up. See if this big V8 will fire up. Oh, it's in reverse. Oh, the Tesla's coming back to life. They say these things have massive amounts of torque, you know, these Teslas, but I'm honestly not that impressed. Maybe I just got one of the first generations that Elon Musk made. And if any of you guys are going to be smart ass and say Elon Musk did not make the original Tesla, I understand that. So now we have all this open space, so let's see if we can get the Avalon over here. I think we can. I really do think we can. So we got it in here. This thing needs a lot of work still. There's still a lot of time coming. we have these spindles here. I'm not sure if they're bent or if they're straight, but these ones here are definitely bent. I don't think the struts are bent. I think the spindles are bent. So, we're gonna have to try to figure something out. I got a couple of them. I did check, these are 14-inch brakes, so they are the 4-cylinder ones. I don't want to run 15s. Getting it in here, came in here pretty good, but maybe scraped the forks along the subframe a little bit. Came in here pretty easily. This car is not as good as I remember, guys, but it's what I got. It's a little banged up over here, but what we're going to do is we're pretty much going to start on the back end. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to get this thing up on the hoist, get out the whole back end, and then start putting all this back end in. I haven't finished doing it yet, but we got to keep working on it. My plan is just to jam that bugger right in there. So then we can do it like that. You just trim this down a bit, or just even try to hammer it in. It doesn't matter to me. It's just got to be a bushing in there of some kind. But let's get this thing up, and then we will take a look to see what we can start doing. Maybe pull off some tires. So as you guys know, I've been using Milwaukee tools for quite some time. I'm kind of biased towards them. I'm not a Ryobi guy. Ryobi. DeWalt, not a big fan of DeWalt drills. I like DeWalt drills more than I like Milwaukee drills. But overall, I do like the Milwaukee tools. So I've been switching to these 12-volt stuff. I bought this one, was on sale for $199 Canadian. It came with 2 batteries, a charger. Pretty impressed. This will take off all your lug nuts. It won't do like big bolts like this. This one's loose, so it'll probably do it, but the one I just bought was this guy. Now, I only have a 2-amp battery on there, but I've been pretty impressed with this thing. Let's find a 3/4. Let's see how much. These bolts haven't been undone yet. Oh, she's almost fallen off the hoist. I think it's actually on Titan. Oh, she won't do that. It's a little bit too much for her. I don't want to snap it. I do have a 3-year warranty on it, but so far I've been pretty impressed with this thing. You know, it figures. I just tell you guys I'm pretty impressed with these things, and then it doesn't do the bolts right in front of you. Swear to God, I am kind of impressed with them. So, we've been doing a little bit of stuff here. We got the spindles off. I'm going to take these to work tonight. I'm going to sandblast them to check for cracks. And this show lets us do some funny things to these spindles. So we're going to be taking a look to see what we can do to the spindles. Then after that, we got this rear subframe almost out. The only problem is that this one is spinning, and I put the control arm right there. So I'd like to be able to move this arm so I can get that last bolt out. We might have to cut it, but we're gonna change out this subframe just because I have one in a little bit better shape, and it's already, all these are already taken apart on these ones and greased and ready to go. So that is where we are today. We did buy these bushings. We have not installed these bushings, but honestly, guys, they don't need to be perfect. They just have to fit in there. Like, that amount of play, I'm 100% okay with. Yeah. Hot dog hallway, okay with. They just have to soften it up a bit, you know. We got some of the rear subframe bushings that we're gonna try to reuse because I don't know if the other one has any of them on it. We got these bolts out here for this. The Milwaukee tried, it just didn't have the jam to do that. And then we're gonna be getting out some of these new parts that we bought when we were in the US. They're still good, not broken. So we got these bolts here. These are from, these are the strut risers from, I think they're Indy CNC. Yes, this is the company here that made these spacers. We're gonna throw some coats of paint on them so they don't rust up on us. And then we're going to get them in there. So I'm gonna maybe throw a coat of paint on these now, and then we'll get going. I think somebody changed the spray nozzle on this. I can paint it from 4 feet away. Yep, I think this has the wrong spray nozzle on it. Well, look at that awesome paint job. So now, once you're impressed with how awesome it looks, just carry it over to the heat source, so then that way it dries. I think this paint job is going to look like one of the shittiest paint jobs in the world. But thanks for watching, guys. We have to really start getting our butts in order for this, because this car here is less than 6 weeks away from having to be ready. And the motor's sitting here, and I don't remember how bad this thing was last year. I don't think it's very good, but I don't think it's completely banged up. But some stuff that has to be changed. We did have a small fire here, so some stuff that does have to be changed. I'd like to do an oil change. I'd like to do a transmission fluid change, get this thing ready, get it in there, check timing belt, all that fun stuff while I have it out, make sure it's in good condition before I throw it in. And then we still have to plate this car up with the mini meltdown rules. I'm going to have to read them at work tonight, maybe print them off to have them back here with me. It's always good to read the rules as you're building, because then you don't do something that you're not allowed to do. Don't want to break the law. Break the law! But I really, really wish this car didn't have that. And I wish this was a little bit cleaner. And I wish this was a lot cleaner. Alright, I wish this car was just overall cleaner. But we're going to be getting there, guys. We're going to be taking some parts to work tonight and sandblasting them and checking them out. Maybe pressing out the wheel bearings and taking a look at these things. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you here later on Zach's Workshop.